Alright, start.
Today I'm going to be talking about sun exposure. We're all exposed to the sun. The definition of sun exposure is a burn to a living tissue, such as the skin, produced by overexposure to ultraviolet sun rays. I went to the lake today and she's got the exposure to the sun. There's causes cancerous, fine or coarse wrinkles, colored areas of the skin, sallowness, which is a yellow discoloration of the skin, elastosis, which is the destruction of the elastic tissues, causing lines and wrinkles. Skin cancer is the most common form of cancer. 1 in 5 Americans will get skin cancer. Skin cancer is a malignant neoplasm of the skin. There are three types of skin: squamous cell carcinoma and melanoma. Basal cell carcinoma is the least serious. The symptoms are small, smooth, pearly, or waxy bump on the face, ears, and neck, or a flat pink, red, or brown colored lesion on the trunk, arms, or legs. Squamous cell carcinoma, the symptoms for that is firm red nodule, or as a rough, scaly, flat lesion that may itch, bleed, or become crusty. Both basal and squamous cell carcinomas mainly occur on the areas of the skin frequently exposed to the sun. Arms, legs, Krista. Melanoma is the most serious form of skin cancer. The symptoms are pigmented patch or bump, may resemble a mole but looks irregular. In men, it's on your upper body, between the shoulders, hips, head, back. On the women, it's the lower legs. The most common cancer is in adults for 25 to 29. The way to diagnose skin cancer is by a biopsy, which involves taking a sample of the tissue and they place it under the microscope. A dermal pathologist is the one who studies the slide. It is best to avoid the peak times of day, which are 12 to 2, but if you live in Texas, it's all day, especially during the summer. And prolonged sun exposure. Use sunscreen every 2 hours. This is a form of sunscreen. This is hour. SPF stands for Sun Protection Factor. For an example, SPF means that if a person who would burn in 10 minutes will burn in 150 minutes if they're using SPF 15.
I never knew that.
I never knew that either.
Oh, that's something new today.
And then I also have a video that I found on YouTube about sun exposure.
Most important and impressive fact about sun exposure within the last couple of decades is that now every consumer needs to be sure that they use a sunscreen that protects them from ultraviolet A rays. These very damaging high energy rays are able to come right through window glass, so that even if your car has some ultraviolet tinting, unless your windows are opaque, as you're sitting in your car, you are actually sunbathing, getting the very dangerous kind of ultraviolet A rays that can cause skin cancer and certainly a lot of skin aging. Be sure that the sunscreen product that you recommend, that you use, has actually been tested and proven to have maximum UVA protection. This particular one, my complexion protection, has been shown to give you maximum protection against ultraviolet A. This is Dr. Marina Seralda.
People who are more susceptible to get burned are people who have fair skin, freckles, blue eyes, hair, and can burn really easily. It's also people who family members burn easily. It goes down in hereditary too. A lot of people go to tanning beds these days. Most people who tan are women between age of 16 and 29. In Britain, anyone who is under 18 that gets caught tanning can receive a fine up to £22,000 or $33,000 in American dollars.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and you're from Britain. 74% of people who tan indoors will develop melanomas. In conclusion, I have talked about how and how it affects us and how dangerous it can be. So when you're in the sun, take your necessary precautions, wear sunscreen, and stay in the shade if all possible. Thank you.